YouTube, back at it again with the live sessions. 67 subscribers. I see you. I see you guys piling up. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. So today I'm like a little bit shocked because I had late in the game, second half of the day, I just had a wave of creativity come in. And for the first time since I left Australia, I found myself producing a piece of music from scratch, which is very weird because it's something that I felt weird and gross about for a long time. But the thing about it is, and this is an idea I lifted a long time ago from Jordan Peterson, but I never implemented. It's the idea that those who are more creatively orientated, artists, musicians, people who think unconventionally, what we actually require in order to express that creativity is to bolster your routine up against as much rigidity as you can handle, like as much structure as you can handle. So wake up every day, same periods every day with breaks in. And so I've taken to eliminating all notifications from my phone, and putting everything in Google Calendar to the point where it's like if you looked at it, the average person would probably vomit. But it's like it's all in the schedule now. The only thing the phone does is the alarm, and of course I check it at allocated times. But it works. It's working for me. I'm getting everything I need to get done, and then some. But then the other thing is, you would expect that putting yourself into a rigid structure would iron out all of the creativity and the room for inspiration, but it's had the opposite effect, because it's like now you're hyper-focused because you've realized everything has its allocated time, and you just prioritize it for your strengths and the things that you actually want to get completed. And then what happens on the first, second day of me implementing this crazy structure, suddenly I'm producing music again and reworking my marketing from scratch with this ocean of energy that's just come in. And so it works. I'm bolstered up against a rigid structure, and it seems to be at the exact same time as the inspirations come in to produce music again, as well as other things. So I thought that was really a little bit mind-blowing, because that seems to be going quite good. So I've read about half of this today. It's called Alive at Work. It's about the neuroscience of the human seeking system, and how in a typical job, you go into the job and you get trained. You get trained to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And then after the learning period is over, and I've experienced this firsthand many times, after the learning period is over, your seeking system, which is the system we use to explore and play and experiment, it switches off, because now you've grasped all of the tasks you have to do. And then from then on, it's not novel anymore. It's nothing new. It goes into the left brain. You're not exploring new territory. You're going and you're doing the same thing every day. And this is why we get despondent when we work in the typical job. So the point that's being made is that there are certain aspects that humans need in order to feel like a sense of, well, in order to activate this seeking system, which then in turn gives us a sense of what they say is, with a sufficiently advanced cortex, which humans have, it gives you a sense of higher purpose. And it's got all kinds of stuff like psychological tests they've done on animals, and all this survey data that they've done on humans and businesses, and orientation methods that focus on just on the training of the job versus orientation methods for new workers that focus on them expressing their strengths and their what they consider to be important to them, to the peers at their first orientation. And they find that when they're connected, when the ones that are connected with that, their own self, and able to express that, then they realize they're part of a team made up of humans and they can express themselves better. So yeah, there's lots of good stuff in this. It's called Alive at Work by Daniel M. Cable. The neuroscience of helping your people love what they do. So that's been interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much my day. I've got to get myself to bed because I'm doing the 6 a.m. wake ups and I'm off my schedule at the moment. This is the thing. I had this wave of creativity so late in the day. The old me would be like, holy shit, and then stay up until 6 a.m. making music. But then you messed up then, right? Because now you've chucked your whole schedule in the bin. So I had to exercise a lot of self-control and close the program. And now I'm going to bed. And I'll do it tomorrow. It's in the calendar for tomorrow. So, this is how it works. And I actually think it's better that way because when you ride the bull, so to speak, when you ride the dragon, and you go on a marathon music effort and you go like 10 hours and go right through the night, that's cool and all, but you burn out in that one session. And then by the end of the session, all of the positive emotionality has probably been worked out of that music. And the next time you even think about making music, you don't want to do it. Because you're like, oh, well, last time that happened, I couldn't stop for 10 hours. So there's something to be said there too for just having allocated times for things and having the wherewithal to bring that creativity back in and pause it and ration it, so to speak. Use it in a healthy way so that it's always there rather than binging and purging, bipolar style. Oh my goodness. All right, that's my little thing for today. And So yeah. It's day 29. It's Sunday the 8th of September. It's Monday tomorrow, start of a new week. Yeah, it's going to be it for me. So yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you. Goodbye.